you're in the right place. Grab your surfboard, the water is ready, and let's dive in.
October is actually the only month of the year when it is only one astrological season. All over the globe, all over the world, internationally, it is Virgo season. And Virgo season started on September 16th, actually, not 15th, because 15th is the last day of Leo season. And it lasts until November 4th, because remember, the 5th of November is the start of Libra season, which is very fascinating if you really look into and think about what V for Vendetta was about, and then Libra being the balancing scales and justice. So that's fascinating. But back to Virgo season. We are in Virgo season, true Virgo season. It is the goddess of the heavens. It is the season of the feminine. It is the season of the earth. It is the season of being one with our bodies and the earth, which can be really uncomfortable at times, because we might be feeling discomfort in the body. We might be feeling like we need new routines, like we need new health practices in order to care for ourselves, to fully show up for our businesses. And this can be uncomfortable. We can get really in our heads about this. We can be hard on ourselves around this. So this is an invitation to be really soft with yourself, to be gentle with yourself during this Virgo season, because there is, of course, that tendency to get really in our heads, to overanalyze, to intellectualize things, when really getting back into the body, being in your body, feeling what your body intuitively needs. And maybe that is to sleep more, maybe that is to eat better, maybe that is to exercise more, all of the above. And maybe it changes every day as you cycle through the cycles of the moon, as you cycle through your own moon cycles. So just get really, really attuned to the needs of your body right now, and also really attuned to the earth. What is the earth providing? Up in the north here, it is harvest season, and in the south, it is planting season. So we are harvesting all that we grew through the summer months, through this growing season. And that is also true in our businesses. What is it that we're really harvesting in terms of our marketing? What are the fruits of our labor that we're able to distinguish, that we're really able to connect to? And how can we love ourselves in terms of everything that we have done, how we have gardened our business in order to cultivate this harvest season now? And for those of you in the southern hemisphere, how can you also love yourself as the gardener who is planting the seeds for this next season of business, for this next cycle, for this new time of the year, right? We really create in union with the earth. So this is an invitation to really connect with the earth, connect with yourself, and connect with what is it that you're creating next in your business. Today's call is going to be all about creativity. So let's look into it. Virgo season, the season of the divine heavenly mother, of all aspects of the feminine. What are the marketing creations and wins that you are going to have in October? It is only Virgo season in October. It's the only month that doesn't change. And we have a lot of other Virgo activity happening now. We have Mars in Virgo. We also have Mercury in Virgo, and they will be there all month long. So Mars and Mercury, how you win, how you communicate, how you think, how you put out content, how you put out your work in the world, how it is that you attract and magnetize and win and create results in your business is all Virgo related. So it's all wanting you to come into seasonal union, seasonal harmony, cyclical harmony with the cycles within you and within the cycles of the earth. And this often includes new routines, especially new health routines, so that you can show up in your highest and best for your business. So let me know how this is going for you. My current routine is that I'm on vacation, taking a break, and my much needed return to my homelands here in Croatia. I spent some time in Glastonbury in the UK connecting with the goddess of Virgo. as Virgo represents all goddesses, all aspects, all archetypes of the feminine. She is the feminine in the sky, and it is our longest season. So this is a season where I am coming into deeper union with my ancestry, reconnecting to myself, and that is going to be coming through in all of the work that I will be launching and promoting in my marketing. So think to yourself, what is this season of your life currently encouraging for you? Are you also having ancestral reconnection? Are you also having new health and wellness routines? Are you also coming into a new season of creation, new launches, new pivots, new shifts, right? And really getting into a routine, getting into some steadiness, getting into some groundedness. During Leo season, we were all about our deepest leadership coming through. We were all about our courageous expression happening. And now we're in that season of grounding, settling in, and really, really getting in tune with what is it that our business really needs, and what new cycles can we create, and can we foster, and can we steady, and can we ground down into, right? This is about a groundedness, about a steadiness being put forth, so that when we get into these new routines, maybe it's a great time to get into a new routine of promotion, into a new cycle of email marketing, into a new cycle of online marketing, into a new schedule with your podcast, right? It's all about the scheduling. It's about the steadiness. It's about what comes next, and having those clear next steps in front of you. It is quite a strategic period, but for those of you, especially for those of you in human design that are really right, I'm fully quad right, and are in the flow and very attuned to feminine cycles, it doesn't necessarily need to be strategic in that typical cerebral mental way. It's more so strategic in terms of what would nurture you, what would nourish you, what would be a reflection of the earth at this time. For those of us in the northern hemisphere, we're starting to have colder weather, and we're starting to need to bundle in and bunker down and get into a steady routine as we enter the winter months, so that we are at our best, and we're at our healthiest, and we're at our most well. And this is also what our businesses need, right? It's the last quarter of the year, and our businesses need us to be in that steadiness, need to be in that grounding energy as we launch new products, as we put out new services. So let me know what's happening for you in your business this Virgo season. How are you aligning to this cosmic cycle? And what are your desires and lessons? Perhaps you've already learned some lessons since September 16th in the last 2 weeks. And what are your desires for you to fulfill during this season? And you might have different desires based on when you're on your moon, and based on when you're ovulating, based on your own internal rhythms. So what do you want in terms of your own internal cycles for your business during this season up until November 4th? Again, it is our longest astrological season. It's a very powerful time to set the groundwork for what our winters and what our springs and summers are going to look like, depending on where we are in the world. Okay, and then the second part that I wanted us all to reflect on was our beautiful holiday and fire festival, Samhain, which is October 31st and November 1st. And this is really the witch's new year, our ancestry's new year, especially for those of us that have European ancestry. It is the new year. It is the start of a new cycle. And this happens during Virgo season. And this is during the Virgo archetypes of the witch and the priestess and the one that that changes forms and comes out of the shadows in order to illuminate healing and change for us. So this Samhain, this powerful portal of reawakening, of coming into alignment with life and death, and with our ancestors, as well as it is the Day of the Dead, that same day. It's a really beautiful time to honor our ancestry and to honor all aspects of ourselves, especially as we dress up for Halloween and we allow the expression of this holiday to fully come through us. And since this is a big magical holiday, I wanted to specifically ask all of you what you had planned, if you had anything planned for this holiday for your marketing. It's a great time to do a sale. It's a great time to do a launch, especially if you have more witchy products. I'm thinking about relaunching my Lucky Witch program and doing a new training all around it and doing a new recording just for it, for healing witch wounds and coming into connection with our inner witch and healing the feminine within us that represents that archetype. So this is a really powerful time to promote all of your magic, to promote and let your magic come out into the world. So let me know what you're all planning for Samhain or October 31st, Halloween, and if you have anything planned specifically for yourself in terms of ritual and also for your business in terms of ritual or sales or launches. It's a powerful, powerful holiday. Okay, so next we're moving into the October calendar. And what's really interesting about this October calendar, so we're on page 3 of the October equinox planner. And what's interesting is there's actually 3 different days that are like international days in the world that are considered music and arts days. So the 1st of October is International Music Day. The 7th of October is Kids Music Day. It's also World Smile Day. And October 25th is International Artists Day. And I don't think that this is a coincidence, because while the sun is in Virgo, the moon today is in Pisces, and on the 28th it will also be in Pisces, right on the cusp of Aries, but it still technically is in the Pisces stars on the 28th of October. But the earth this whole time is in Pisces. Our earth is always opposite our sun. Our earth also is in an astrological sign. We just obviously can't see it because we're on the earth. So the earth is in Pisces. Our embodiment is in Pisces. We are connected to the collective subconscious that gives us all creative ideas, where all creativity comes from, where the formless turns into form, and where we can really connect to our creativity, our intuition, our intuitive creativity, our intuition from what is needed for the collective, what it is that we need to create next. And of course, often Pisces is connected to music and to art. And I just love that 3 of the days of this calendar month are dedicated to music, music for children, music all around the world, and then Artists' Day internationally on the 25th. I just think this is so beautiful and really, really relates to the fact that the earth is in Pisces right now. So if you're feeling incredibly creative at this time, and like there's creative eruption coming from deep inside of your intuitive knowing, from deep within your physical vessel that wants to be expressed either through dance, through music, through art, through the things that you create, through the words that you speak, through poetry, then let this be true, because this is the season of Earth in Pisces, which is just as important as our solar season. Okay, really important. Second day of the month, October 2nd, is International Day of Non-Violence. This is a really powerful day if you want to use this in your promotions to support all of the nonviolent acts and all of the nonviolent missions that you all have. I know many of you are in your missions work, are in your soul's work because of violence that has happened to you or other people, either physically, emotionally, sexually, in your life. And that many of you were driven to this work, were driven to this world of healing because of violence. So promoting International Day of Non-Violence, right? It's a very yogic principle. Non-violence is really powerful, right? I suggest you all, if you have that as a part of your mission, if you've been working as the wounded healer and the healed healer, if you are healers, really let this day support you, and let this day be a prayer for non-violence all over the world. As a powerful creator and as a powerful being, let this non-violent message come through you and be an eminence through you. And then we have a beautiful Jewish holiday, Yom Kippur, which is coming to a close on the 4th and the 5th. So it's from sunset to sunset, I believe, on the 4th and 5th of October. And I've been learning from Michaela Ezra, who's one of my favorite Jewish teachers. She's a really powerful teacher and spiritual teacher, and she's also an artist. And she says that Yom Kippur is this really sacred time for forgiveness, for wiping the slate clean, for being completely forgiven, for having atonement, for coming into this sense of really loving yourself and being loved and being held by the great eternal everything, and being fully forgiven and being forgiving and feeling like it's a new start. These are the holiest days of the Jewish calendar. So celebrating that and wishing you all deep forgiveness for yourself and for others and for the world. And then we have the last quarter moon on the 6th. So this is, again, with the Nonviolence Day and Yom Kippur, as we go through the last quarter moon, we have this opportunity to let go and release even deeper. We have this opportunity to reflect on what is no longer serving me, what no longer needs to be happening in my business. Right, today is the full moon. Today is this day when that is illuminated fully, what needs to be released. And then on the last quarter moon, we can surrender even deeper and know what needs to be released even more. And then the next day is the kids' music day. So perhaps playing some music with your children, being around children, listening to music with children in it. Some way of celebrating music with children in your life will be really powerful and very healing. It's also World Smile Day, so give some smiles out. Maybe post a picture of you smiling, love on your smile. I know many of us can be really hard on ourselves around our mouths and our teeth and how we smile, and Virgo is all about being really picky about the body and picky about the mind and being really hard in the shadow aspect of Virgo, that is, right? Wanting to be perfect, wanting to be beautiful. So letting yourself smile, letting yourself show your smile. I know that's something that I've really worked on a lot in my life, and it's powerful to let yourself smile on the 7th of October. Big day coming on October 10th, which is that Pluto retrograde finally comes to an end. So we have Pluto retrograde finally coming to an end. Pluto is in Sagittarius, and it will be slowly moving and edging towards Capricorn. It does move very slowly, so it's still going to be months and months before it does that. It might even be years, but I think it's just going to be months until it finally moves into Capricorn, at which point we will see massive changes in all of our power systems and all of our governments, if we haven't already. We're going to see really powerful, profound changes once Pluto is finally in Capricorn in the true sky. But since Pluto retrograde is ending, you might feel like it's finally an end to a lot of different cycles. You might feel like it's finally an end to this sense of being reborn, this sense of being regenerated. And you might feel like a lot of what you were considering for your own business and for changing in your business and for rebranding, rebirthing, regenerating in your business, it might finally come to an end, and you might feel this sense of steadiness, like you can move forward, or it's done, or it's been born, or it's complete, and now you can step forward and really be in renewal, be in that renewal of what it is that you've created for your business and what it is that you've created for your life during the Pluto retrograde season. Yeah, that's what I'll say about that. That is also October 10th, the day that Pluto retrograde ends, is also World Mental Health Day. So this is really powerful because many of us doing this deep work, doing this deep excavation work on ourselves so that we can provide for our businesses the way that we do, so we can show up and hold the containers that we do and provide healing for others and spaces of transformation for others. World Mental Health Day is so powerful. I know myself, I've personally suffered from mental illness, and celebrating my mental health and well-being on this day is going to be really powerful for me, and celebrating all people who have battled with mental illness and just focusing on our mental health and well-being, especially during the season of Virgo, when anxiety can be really pronounced, when our level of overthinking and overcomplicating things in our mind and letting our mind take over rather than our body lead is very powerful. So especially since this coincides with Pluto retrograde ending, it's this end of a cycle. It's this end of a cycle of mental strife, of mental pain, and really noticing that mental health can be the way forward. Sorry, there's motorcycles going past me. I have windows open. I'm in a beautiful space. Okay, let me just see if you all have any comments. How do I open up the comments again? Hi, Jenna. So good to see you. Yay. Okay. I know that some people have been telling me that anxiety and overthinking has been coming up since Virgo season started. So yeah, let this be a time to really honor your mental health. And then the next special day that we have on Friday is, of course, Friday the 13th, the sacred day of the feminine during the feminine's cosmic season, which is Virgo. So, this is a really powerful day to honor the feminine in all forms, to honor yourself, and to honor the sacred 13, which is how many cycles women usually cycle through in their menses, and how many cycles the moon cycles through. And it's a sacred Fibonacci number, and it's how many true zodiac signs we have is 13, with Pisces being the 13th. So it's a really sacred day to connect to the 13 and to the power of the feminine. Every time we have a Friday the 13th, I think of it as a feminine power day. So do whatever you need to do to honor that. It's also a great day to have a sale, and I consider it a very lucky time. A lot of people consider it unlucky. So have some fun with it. Have some fun with your business on Friday the 13th. I will be co-leading a sacred space during that day with Cassandra Finch, the healer in this space. We're actually hosting a whole Soul and Stars virtual retreat for people to really deepen into their cosmic leadership, fully get to know their true astrology and embody it in the physical body through the human design system. We're going to be doing somatic work. We're going to be learning about our soul's signature, our soul's gifts from the Akashic records. And on Friday the 13th, we're going to really deepen into feminine vibration. And we're going to do this really profound integration of everything that we've done over the last 2 days, because the retreat is on the 10th, on the 11th, and on the 13th. So if you'd like to join us, there are still spots available. Send me a DM, send me a comment, and just let me know that you want to be involved. Or you can reach out to Cassandra as well. We're both leading that, and there is still space available for this virtual retreat. Okay, the next day is really profound. So after this big feminine portal, Friday the 13th, we have eclipse season starting. And eclipse season is always a massive period of change. Eclipse season is when you will see rapid shifts, quantum leaps, really profound changes in your business, in what it is that you desire for your business, in what it is that you're manifesting for your business, in what it is that's possible in your business. And it starts with a new moon in Virgo with a solar eclipse. So this new moon in Virgo is a great time to set intentions around what it is that you want to be creating, the systems and the routines that you want to be following to be an optimal business health, so that your business feels healthy and that you feel healthy and that you're able to show up to it in a very grounded and steady and beautiful way, that you're really taking exquisite care of yourself and your business, right? It's kind of like a beauty treatment for yourself and for your business. What kind of glow up can your business have during this eclipse season? And it's going to be a really powerful time of change and transformation. So let it transform you. Let the things that you thought you needed in your business be different from what's actually going to happen. And let yourself receive. Let this newness come into you. Let the feminine guide you. Let the goddess be the one that shines her light on you. And let the beauty of what's possible and the possibilities that you haven't even considered come into your field during eclipse season. Okay, so really powerful new moon happening in the start of eclipse season. And eclipse season lasts for a whole month, because then there's a lunar eclipse that's going to happen on the 28th of October, which is going to be the second Pisces full moon. Today we're having one Pisces full moon, and then on the 28th we have our second Pisces full moon. That's the next time I'll be with all of you doing one of these moon marketing sessions here live in the Liberated Woman Vortex. And then for some of you watching this on YouTube, hello, welcome. So the eclipse season lasts for a month because it doesn't end until the next new moon cycle, until the next new moon, which is going to be on November 13th. So it's also going to be on that beautiful feminine day. It is a Monday, November 13th, but that's when eclipse season is going to be over. So from the 14th of October until the 13th of November, you're going to notice big transformation. And often what this relates to is the people in our lives, the players in our lives change. So the clients that you're serving are very likely to change a lot during this time, during eclipse season. And let that be true. Let that happen for you. Let the soulmate clients that you're meant to serve, that maybe you haven't even considered serving, maybe it's a whole new audience, maybe it's much bigger than you ever thought it would be, maybe it's reaching out to them in a whole new way and changing up your marketing and how you connect with people and how you create community, right? It's time for all of that to change. It's time for the players to change in your life and the people who are present in your life. And that is what eclipse season will bring for you from October 14th until September 13th. On the 17th of October, we have another beautiful artistic day, which is Black Poetry Day. So spend that day appreciating some Black poets. I know I will. I love poetry a lot, and it's just really beautiful to have another day where we get to celebrate and honor artistry and art all over the world. And then the next day is something that I really wanted to mention, which is World Menopause Day. And menopause really needs to be given its sacred time because the Virgo feminine, she doesn't represent just the virgin. That is the first aspect of the archetypes is the virgin, but she also represents the crone and the crone within all of us. And that one day each of us as women will have menopause and that we will stop cycling within ourselves and we will only cycle with the moon and the cosmos, which is still a lot to cycle and move through. But to have that hormonal change happen is really profound in a woman's life, in a feminine leader's life. And if any of you watching this are currently moving through menopause, this is a really big day to honor that. And I actually have one of my sacred friends and clients. She is a menopause expert. She's a holistic menopause expert and coach, and she's actually starting her menopause coaching program that has really high touch. You get to talk to her once a week and you get this whole course and it gives you full alignment on how you can get support through menopause. So if you know anyone that needs that, please reach out to me. Her name is Connie. I can connect you with her, and this is just a great reminder that we all go through massive feminine cycles and that menopause is a massive cycle to be honored as we enter the crone stage of our lives. Okay. Lastly, after those beautiful days, we have the first quarter moon on the 22nd of October, which means that we get to celebrate all that we've created since the solar eclipse, since the Virgo new moon, and to really see which momentum we've created in our lives, what results have started to come in. So this is really just a checkpoint for you to see how your intentions are starting to fruit, how they're starting to come into alignment. And really just to check in with yourself in terms of what is next for you. What else do you want to create in your business? What else do you want to bring forth? We have Diwali, which is the Festival of Lights, on the 24th of October, which is really beautiful as we enter like festival season. And I just think that this is so beautiful that this is a festival of lights, of illumination. And if any of you are observing that, happy Diwali to you. And for those of you that don't know about it, I suggest reading more about it. It's a really beautiful festival. The next day after Diwali is International Artists' Day. So again, having this moment to recognize the artist within you. I believe we are all cosmic artists, for example, and that everyone that teaches about astrology and the cosmos and human design and gene keys is a cosmic artist, and we all have our own paintbrushes and colors to play with in that world. And you are all artists. You are all artists of your craft. You're all artists of your business. And what artwork wants to come through you next? Perhaps you're actually feeling quite creative and you want to pick up a paintbrush or start singing and songwriting or start dancing or just start expressing yourself in a certain way so that your business can be more expressive. Maybe you do want more beautiful graphics for yourself and to change up how you're doing your marketing. And if that's the case, then please consider joining me for Miracle Marketing, which is going to be my new marketing membership. DM me or ask me directly in the comments to tell you more about that. I'll be sharing more about it in October. It's a great day to celebrate the artist within you. And then, of course, near the end of the month, we have the lunar eclipse. So we have the Pisces full moon, the second Pisces full moon. So this is the first one, that will be the second one. And this is going to be the pinnacle of that artistry. This is going to be the pinnacle of you connecting to the artist within you, to what is that collective subconscious processing that you have been doing and what is really coming to the surface for you to create next, for you to show to the world next. And this might also come forth as a deep, deep spiritual knowing, a spiritual unearthing, an intuitive unearthing from your, like, even a deepening of your intuition, more psychic gifts, more psychic awareness, and that coming into what it is that you create, how it is that you share about yourself, how it is that you present yourself. So this is really a perfect time if you're thinking about creativity and your intuition and your business and it's time for change. This is a perfect time for a rebrand, for a refresh, for new visuals, for new expression, to work with artists, to work with people like myself who are brand strategists and creators and marketing specialists. It's a really powerful time to have new expression come through and new visuals come through for your business. And of course, during that lunar eclipse, also thinking more creatively about how you can connect with your audience members, who your audience members are, how you can find them, and how you can serve them, and perhaps even having new people that you serve or new ways that you serve them because your creativity is just on fire and you're feeling really lit up. Okay, we have two really big cosmic alignments that happen on the 29th of October. The first is Mercury and Mars are conjunct in Virgo. So Mercury and Mars are coming together. They are hooking up in the hands of Virgo, in the wheat shaft of the Virgo, of Virgo's hands. And this is really powerful because Mercury and Mars together is, again, I would just have to say, this is how you express yourself. This is how you create results. So it's about changing your language, really tuning into the language that you use in your business, changing the way that you try to create results in your business, having new strategies, having new ways of being, grounded in your routines. It's really like a culmination point of all of this energy that's going to be happening all of October for Virgo season, and letting yourself think about your business differently, letting yourself take actions differently, maybe take new actions that make you feel uncomfortable, and having new ways of thinking, new mindset around your business. So working with mindset, working with actions in that very masculine way, but also seeing how it connects to your feminine intuition. What have you intuitively been feeling needs to come next? Perhaps even using affirmations in your business and choosing to take new bold actions that you would have never taken before in service of your business. And I also want to say that Mercury and Mars coming together is this profound, like thoughts coming into form, thoughts coming into actions, and just really noticing that connection for yourself as you can manifest really rapidly during that time and during all of Virgo season, because it's a grounded earthly season. And then the moon and Jupiter are also coming together in Aries, which is another expansion point. The moon and Jupiter coming together is our own internal selves coming together with our external selves, with our community. So it's a time for intimacy with your community. It's a time for connecting with people like you never have before. Perhaps going on a podcast, doing a YouTube video, doing a live, doing some sort of connection, reaching out to people, doing a live event if you've never done one of those, choosing to do a retreat, right? Expanding your universe of the world, people that you work with in some way. Will become very clear to you on the 29th of October. And then, of course, last but not least, on the 31st of October is Samhain, and that goes into the 1st of November, and it's a great celebration of the dead, of our ancestors, of the other world, of the other veil, of all that exists within us and all that exists outside of us. And it's a day to celebrate. It's a day to dress up. I like to dress up in different archetypes of the feminine for my costumes, and I would love to know what all of you are going to do. It's a great time to promote something and to have a great new creation come through you for Samhain, for this witch's new year. Okay, so that is my October reading and October overview for all of you. So let me know what you're all planning for this October Virgo season. And I will just go over some of the medicine and symbols that I have been working with lately to see if any of you have been working with the same. So I've been working with rose hips and yarrow quite a bit. I picked rose hips and yarrow from Stonehenge. So I'm going to be making a beautiful elixir from those for the fall, as well as hawthorn berries for the heart, and just rose in general, the scent, the feeling, the sensation, the energetics of the rose. And then in terms of animals, crow, and also cat, I would say lots of stray cats here, but really connecting to the energy of the cat, to the feminine feline within each of us, and to the crow, the great mysterious one, the great magical one, the trickster. And it's really powerful just to connect to all of this medicine. So let me know what seasonal medicine, animal symbolism, plant symbolism you've been working with. I would love to know. Okay.